Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Sam Eggington. There's just no getting rid of him, is there? I mean, he's such an old warrior. He moves to 36 wins with 20 KOs. He's got 9 defeats, 2 by stoppage and no draws. I mean, he's 31 now, Sam, and I think he's been a pro for 13, 14 years, something like that. He fought Lee Cutler, who came in with 15 wins and 1 defeat. The defeat was a 1-round blowout to Brad Ray a few years ago. That can happen. It's not really a problem. He's got 7 KOs, Lee, in the 15 wins. 29 years of age. So he's only 2 years younger than Sam. But to be honest with you, there's a universal difference in fistic terms, experience-wise. And Sam ended up winning a unanimous decision, a technical decision over 9 rounds. And I think it was the experience that won it for him, to be honest with you. Because I thought Sam won it, not by much, not by a great deal. I did say that this was going to be, could well be a real tear-up, and it wasn't. I did a review, the preview for it, and I said, I think this might be a bit of a sleeper. Not in the sense that you're nodding off, but in the sense that it's kind of creeping under the radar as a really good fight that no one's going to pay attention to. In actual fact, I wouldn't say it was a sleeper in the snoozy sense of the word, but it didn't take off. It was 2-stop start. It was a grueling fight, but not a real crash bang wallop, piece of entertainment. But I think Sam deserved it. It was a bit of a bloodbath. Cutler ended up with a cut, I think, his right eye. I think it might have been his right eye. But the real damage was on Sam, not for the first time in his career. He must have more scar tissue on his face than untouched tissue. He had, from about the second or third round, he had a bit of a swelling over the left eye. Over the right eye. Well, that eventually cut. But the real damage, I think it came from a punch. I don't think it came from a head clash. I could be wrong, but there was this horrendous diagonal slice or jagged slice. I don't want to be a slice if it was jagged, but there was a lot of damage to the left eyelid, and that is why the fight was stopped on the advice of the doctor. They totted it up, and Sam came out with a unanimous decision. But I have a problem with this. I think it's a WBC rule, because this was for one of their international silver belts, or whatever the fuck it's called. They said that the bell had gone for the 9th round, and the fight was literally stopped as the bell sounded. But you've got to include the 9th round on the scorecard. Well, how the hell can you do that? I never give drawn rounds, but if I was in that position, I'd have to give a drawn round. There hasn't been a punch thrown. It's got to be a drawn round. So it seems like a silly rule. But the right guy got it. Both these guys are orthodox fighters. Sam came out for the first time in his career. Maybe, there won't be many occasions when I thought he's getting a bit old now. It looks like the miles on the clock are racking up, because he did allow Cutler to do a little bit more work than I thought he would do. Cutler tried to use his physicality. Sam previously had fought at welterweight. This is at super welterweight. Cutler didn't really show any vulnerabilities. Neither of them landed many really clean punches. A lot of the time they were sort of 60% punches. You know what I mean? Sam was boxing a bit more than usual. He's normally quite cavalier, and if anything, it was Cutler was the one who was coming in the front door and trying to push Sam back, which I found a little bit surprising, to be honest with you. He was coming off a very good win over an undefeated Stephen McKenna. That was a 10-round majority decision. This is Cutler I'm talking about. Whereas Sam has been quiet for about the last year. He did lose a European shot, a majority decision which should have been unanimous, because he lost that fight against Abbas Baru. That must be a little bit more than a year, maybe a year ago. He had a little run around against a journeyman over 6 rounds. So this was his big sort of comeback fight, a little bit. And it's a good win to beat Lee Cutler. It's a good win, and it gets him that belt, which gets him a ranking, which means that at 31 he's carrying on. But I do think he looked a little bit old in there. He seemed to be relying on experience and savvy and craftiness a bit more than he normally did when he was a younger fighter. He was far more balls to the wall. Maybe this modern Sam Eggington is better. Maybe he should have been doing this years ago. But when you look at the state of him afterwards, I mean, in so many of his fights, he's been so badly busted up. Make no mistake about it, Sam Eggington is an absolute warrior. Absolute warrior. And Lee Cutler didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he lost the fight, but as Sam said, he can come back. He's a tough guy. And I do get the feeling this was one on experience, on craftiness. Sam, during the build-up, said it might be a chess match, which I kind of laughed at. I thought, chess match? You in a chess match? Do me a favour. But no, there was a little bit of craftiness going on there, and maybe that was Sam was thinking, I'm not going to go straight at you like I normally do. I'm going to sort of outthink you. A little bit of ring generalship going on there, instead of, tally-ho sort of attitude. But I thought he won. And it's going to be disappointing for Lee Cutler because, like I say, he didn't fight badly. And he fought against a guy who just had a little bit too much nous for him. And at 29, he can come back. Look, Christ, I mean, Sam Eggington's got 9 defeats on his record. And he's sticking around. He's still in the mix. So I'm sure Lee Cutler, this is only his second defeat in 17, he'll be able to come back if he wants to. It's all about desire and motivation and whether you really want to live it. And Sam Eggington, he don't half live it. But Jesus, what a warrior. So yeah, a little bit of a scuffing fight, a little bit of mauling, no real rhythm to the fight. Quite exciting in places, but not the barn burner we were all hoping for. Not the barn burner I thought might ignite. But nevertheless, I love Sam Eggington. Great fighter. I mean, great entertainment. Like a sort of British Arturo Gatti. And you look at the belts he's won. British Commonwealth. I think does he won a European belt in the past? He might have done. And he's won all sorts of... He's won the IBO world title and lost it in Australia. Won it, then went over to Australia, lost it. And now he's got this WBC thing. Who knows when or where his career will end. But you do write him off at your peril, trust me. Anyway, what did you think? What do you think of Sam Eggington? What do you think of Lee Cutler? What do you think of this fight? Comments below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And thank you again for the 6,000 subscribers, which we passed that little landmark earlier in the week. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, looking forward to reading what you've got to say. And bye for now.